You're currently watching my new favorite part of this game, knife fights. With the addition of knives and several other items, this game is almost unrecognizable, and trust me, you're gonna want to know these changes because almost all of my usual strategies just got thrown out the window. By the way, this video is sponsored by me. I just launched some merch which includes a design inspired by Population 1. Use discount code SEASON1 to get 10% off your order until March 10th. Season 1 introduces us to 5 new items. Knives can do a maximum of 35 damage depending on where you hit and how close you are to the enemy. You automatically spawn with a knife after you leave the platform or when you respawn, which can make for some interesting aerial fights when hot dropping. The game also added katanas because why not, right? The katanas do up to 75 damage, and by the way, both the katana and knife do damage directly to your health and not to your shield. This means that a katana can easily kill somebody with 2 swipes to the face if you can get that close to them. Holding either the katana or knife in one hand makes you move 10% faster, while holding the katana with 2 hands slows you down by 10%. This will allow you to catch your opponents even if they're running from you. Holding the katana with 2 hands also creates a small personal shield that covers only the upper half of the body. This shield protects from all bullets but not other melee damage or grenades, so be careful because these shields also leave your feet exposed. Zone grenades, also known as anti-peek tech, stick to whatever they hit and creates a mini zone that deals damage to whoever is inside. I guess the devs got sick of hearing people complain about head peekers because this is their answer to that. The zone shrinks over 10 seconds and does damage to yourself but not to your squad mates. A red zone was thrown by you or the enemy and can hurt you, while a blue zone was thrown by your teammates and can't hurt you. We also got a new M60 LMG that fires slowly at first before speeding up to shoot a deadly round of bullets that can deal 22 damage each. The base capacity is 75 shots and higher rarity increases the capacity and time to max fire rate. Because of how powerful it is, it now requires 4 steps to reload, and holding it slows down a player to 80% speed. It is designed to work as suppress fire and to break building material, taking only 2 shots to break each wall. The developers must be a fan of Taco Bell because they added the Baja Blast to the game. The shield soda restores 25 shield over 15 seconds, and you can stack up to 5 in one inventory slot. Oh yeah, by the way, if you were worried about inventory space, with these new weapons you can now stack all healing items together and frag grenades. You can stack 2 bananas together, 5 health sodas, and 2 grenades all in each individual slots. Also, sodas were nerfed and now only heal 25 instead of 50. Picking up items with your offhand puts them directly into your inventory without being auto-equipped, assuming that you have the space for it, that is. Also, if you pick up a higher tier weapon, they will automatically replace the same weapon of a lower tier in your inventory. The biggest shields now give you 50 shield instead of 20, but they cannot be found anywhere in the world. They're only dropped by enemies your squad killed or in the loot drop. This will encourage players to look for fights and give them the ability to recover quickly in case another squad is waiting to third party them. There were also some changes to the standard weapons we're used to using. The 1911 pistol base damage increased from 20 to 24, but its fire rate decreased and it has more recoil. The Magnum does slightly more damage, going from 40 to 44 for the base gun. The P90's recoil now becomes more unstable the longer you shoot it. When you're holding the op, your speed is reduced by 25%, and the Socko now has increased recoil, which makes it bounce when you shoot it. The AKM was also nerfed, now only doing 16 damage, with the recoil increasing later in its fire pattern. Both the CX4 and MK18 were buffed, dealing 16 damage also as opposed to the 15 they were doing before, and the CX4 fire rate increased, but the base magazine size decreased to 25. There's also a new area called Summit between Refinery and Foothills that you can fight in. This location contains what they call a bureau base. The tower also has some blockades, which you probably saw in the Season 1 trailer, and they now have a new sunset time of day. There's also a cell tower with some bombs on it, and it is suspected that sometime during Season 1 the tower will be destroyed, and also the main tower in the middle will open up for all of us to see what's inside. Nothing about any of that part is confirmed yet, but we'll see. The Battle Pass can be purchased with Bureau Gold and will allow you to unlock a ton of cool gun and character skins, including the red armor character shown shooting the M60 in the trailer. To unlock these extra skins, you have to level up through various challenges, which look like they'll be given out daily. Players also now have a new way to customize themselves with titles like Plane Survivor and Complex Scientist. Also, when you die, you see a card of the player who killed you, and you can unlock a variety of cards to display to those that you kill. And lastly, the game now has stickers or sprays, whatever you want to call them. In the game, they call them sprays, and you can leave these all over the map on any surface. You can select up to 3 to have with you in lobbies and in games. I don't see any use for them in the game, but they can be a ton ton of fun to have in the lobbies. These social aspects, cards, titles, and sprays, can be redeemed with a new currency called Seeker Silver, which you can only get by having a friend send it to you. You can give 1 Seeker Silver to each friend on your list once a day, which means the more friends that you have on your list, the more Seeker credits you can get every single day. And that's it. That's a lot of changes in Season 1, and frankly, it doesn't feel like the same game anymore. If that's a good thing or not remains to be seen. I'm all for the new weapons, as it will force players to adopt new strategies and new ways of playing, but I'm a little bit worried about how drastically the new items and game mechanics will change the gameplay that we all grew to love. I'm really excited for the katana, especially because now I can live out my dream of being Kirito in Gun Gale Online by wearing a female skin and using a sword to block bullets in a gun game. If you want to learn some basic tips and tricks for how to play Population 1, check out this series here, though I do suspect I'm gonna have to make a 4th episode that includes some of the changes with Season 1 to stay up to date. If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe and like this video. You'll be directly supporting my Pop 1 addiction.